starting here. We have quite a harrowing recap ahead of us. But before we get to that, why don't we learn a little bit about who we have at the table? And
Hello, everyone. I'm Connor. I'm playing Valen. He's a drow shadow magic sorcerer, traveling the lands above, doing so with his shadow hound companion Nyx.
And I'm Caitlin. I am playing Jinx. Jinx is a, or is usually a mischievous and curious black-furred tabaxi rogue inquisitive. This week's fun fact is not really fun, but it is a fact. Jinx is not dealing with Mogreine's passing very well. He blames himself twice. Jinx is good at reading people, but he always struggled a bit to read Mograine. He always wondered where he stood with him, and I suppose Jinx's inability to read him made him intimidating to Jinx. But Jinx had a lot of respect for Mograine and will miss him. Their recent escapades, like trying to get into the watchtower, their run-in with the charming statue, and trying to get into the chest adhered to the ceiling, made him feel like they were developing a bit of a rapport, and he is saddened that that was cut short. The next time he has access to a finely aged whiskey, he will definitely have a drink or two or 10 for Mograine.
oh, that does touch upon what happened in our last session. As you traveled through the ambers, searching the space for answers that Casimir is desperately searching. You've come across many things. Secret rooms and skulls and statues of every sort. A chest on the ceiling that, unfortunately, dropped you to the grounds below. What waited for you at the bottom was a fight that left many of you wounded. And one of you succumbed to those wounds. Mograine is dead. In efforts to try and raise him, you bargained with the witches you had seen trying to break into one of the locked areas, knowing of a second entrance. While they promised they could raise the dead, they did not do so in a way that accomplished your wishes. So another fight broke out, this time against reanimated remains of a once traveling companion. As the witches cackled, flying. So, we come back with the three remaining adventurers: Jinx, Valen, and Casimir. What would you like?
I'd like to finish what we came here to do and get out of here as quickly as possible. Because I don't want to be in this temple another minute more than I have to be.
I agree with that.
Where do we start? I know that it is here somewhere. My sister has not been forthcoming with directions.
Is there anywhere we haven't looked? There's the room they were trying to get into but we know that there's going to be more of those skulls in there.
I think that was the same room with the hole.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. Yep.
So we know there's skulls in there because the ones upstairs woke up after a while.
Yep.
Do we want to try upstairs again? See if we can make it across the room that no longer has a door.
Suppose it wouldn't hurt to try.
Is maps not
Oh,
yet?
user error. I thought I had started it.
So it seems like there's stuff on this floor that we haven't looked at yet.
There it is, yes.
There's the door there's the door in the north that we can't get through because it's sealed with magic.
Yes, there is an arcane lock upon that door. Let me just double check something here. Yeah, so there is an arcane lock, rendering the door impossible to pick. Now, there, of course, may be other ways to get into that room, but that way it does not seem to be.
It kind of seems like that's the way we should go if it's locked.
I agree, but I'm not strong enough to open that door.
Just to cover all bases, while we're still in this room, can I investigate the wall adjacent to where the room is to see if maybe there's a secret entrance?
Give me an investigation roll.
Right, I'm gonna have to subtract 4 from this. This is something I'm proficient in, though, so that will be a 13 minus 4 for a 9.
You can't find any hidden doorway here.
It's worth a try.
Does Valen
Still
check?
do have one charge. I still do have one charge on my wand, but I don't know if this is the right place to use it. But you know what?
You can always do a manual check. You can roll an investigation.
That's a 7.
Valen's not finding anything. Why don't we, since Casimir's here,
Casimir,
and I
make yourself useful. We're here for you.
Alright, where's his intelligence? And you're gonna roll D&D Beyond? Apparently the answer is no. Then I have other dice. As Casimir steps up to the wall and starts looking it over, trying to assist in your efforts, his face becomes quizzical. I do not see any sort of entrance here, but it sounds hollow. It does not sound like a solid wall.
That's interesting. Does anyone have a bludgeoning implement?
Casimir looks to the fallen body of Mograine and his mace lying on the floor.
What type of stat does the mace use? Is it strength or dexterity?
Strength. It's a mace.
Dang it. It's not my type of weapon.
I'm pretty sure we're the 8 strength crew. If I had to guess, the 3 of us.
Excuse you, Casimir has 9.
Oh, my apologies.
Thank goodness.
Meaning no offense.
It's not like it helps much.
So it literally affects nothing modifier wise. So calm down a little bit, Casimir. Okay, well I am twice as exhausted as you, Valen. So you might have a slightly better time than I would. Not that it's a contest as to who's more tired.
Just slightly less exhaustion.
I mean, if you are expended of the energies, I could always give it a swing.
I can give it a try first.
Can I give the help action?
Yes.
Can I like frame the spot on the wall?
Don't like, hit my hand. Don't hit my hand.
Over here. Don't. Jinx absolutely moves right before and is no help whatsoever.
But
yeah, a normal mace, right?
Just a normal mace.
All right, I'll just quickly add that to my equipment. Then.
That sounds like a plan. That's how I would do it.
I do have a +2 to hit.
Hell yeah. Look at that.
So you know what? But the damage could always be 0. So, but you know what? It's a
risk I'm willing to take.
It is, yeah. All right, I'll pick up the mace then.
All right.
I'll head over to the other door.
Are you heading to the door or are you heading to the wall?
Oh, sorry, which wall? Wait, the wall over...
Yeah, so...
Here?
That's what was being investigated here. And Casimir said that it sounded hollow. It didn't sound like a normal wall.
Oh. All right, well, I'll hit the wall then.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm getting the help action, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit the wall.
Yay!
For 1 point of damage.
As you strike at the wall, you sort of hear what Casimir had heard, and Jinx, you being there to assist, would hear it as well. There is a sort of reverberation. There's a hollowness behind this wall.
Is there like a crack in the wall now?
Not a significant one.
So like a crowbar wouldn't be helpful just yet.
Not
I guess
yet.
I could whack at it with the crowbar.
Yeah, if you want.
Would the crowbar be bludgeoning?
Yes, this is an improvised weapon. I'd say it's still going to be 1d4 on the damage. So strength and then 1d4.
What? Strength.
Strength.
I'm not proficient, so this is going to be -5 to my to hit. That's a 3. I try and frame it up for myself, but I just hit my thumb.
So as you go to strike at it, the impact of the crowbar hitting against the wall like sends you reeling. And you do like a full like Looney Tunes spin.
And then fall on my face.
Casimir will
Give
help
the
you up.
wall another. I'll give the wall another whack with the mace.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Casimir, after helping Jinx up, will look at Valen. Would you like me to take a chance?
And I'll begrudgingly hand the mace to him.
Alright, so. I just need to check something real quick. Okay. Surprising. Damn. Okay.
He missed too.
You got a natural one.
I'm angry. May I try again?
Yes, you may try again.
Okay. That's a 14 this time.
A 14 hits the wall.
I hit the wall.
You hit the wall.
So this would be a D4 minus 1.
Yes.
1 point of damage.
I mean, you're slowly chipping away at the wall. Casimir is gonna try again. He doesn't like that he missed so horribly. Nope. That doesn't hit.
I'm about to use a 4th level shatter to bring this entire wall down at this point. I don't care.
If you want to, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna use 4th level spell on a wall. I want one more crack at it, and if this still doesn't work, then we'll try the upstairs route.
Okay. Casimir gives you the mace.
All right, come on.
I'll give you the help action again.
19.
Oh, you
mean,
don't need it. Never mind.
If you always want to try for the crit.
I'll try for the crit.
Go for it.
Nope.
21 hits.
19 still hits, right?
Yep.
For 2 points of damage.
You're starting to see the cracks forming. Not quite enough to get the crowbar in, but just close. Maybe one more good hit, and you'd be able to start breaking it out with the crowbar.
I have flavor. Maybe if I hold the crowbar up where the cracks are starting to form, and you hit the crowbar with the mace, maybe we'll do more damage.
Good. Alright, I'll roll the hit again with the mace. That's a 5.
This is... Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. Seeing that the plan here is in action, Casimir will take the mace from Valen and try again.
I won't flinch this time. I'm sorry.
Nope. Casimir misses. It's slightly more on target than Valen's. So we would just want to sort of go up at this point. Or do we want to continue trying at this one?
I won't be in this room anymore. Get me out of this room. Scurry on out.
Should we come back for Mograine later?
Yeah.
Sure.
Guess it's back up the stairs then.
Yeah.
Sure. Would you like me to go first?
You can, yeah.
I am slightly less squishy than the two of you. Slightly.
Just like
Oh, before I just run right around that open spot, can I just glance to my right?
Yeah.
See if I see anything.
You don't see anything of much concern. A split that
Great.
goes into different directions. Alright. And let's bring us back to the top. And put you guys down here. Alrighty.
I don't remember when we were in these two rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Did we check for like secret entrances?
We did, yeah.
Yes.
We did.
And the
Okay.
one that the wand, because you used the wand of secrets for this, and it pointed you to the room that had the trapped chest.
Sure, I remember using it when we were in this room,
Well,
but I didn't know
so
if we used it when we were in the little guys.
yeah, you used it in this room, and it pointed you here.
Oh, right.
All right. So I'm expecting that you make your way back to that room.
Which one?
The one that has the no floor now, or do you try somewhere else?
Oh, yeah. I think we've explored most everything up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure where else to go up here.
All right. I will then. We'll just walk through the rest through the place. I will ask for, however, a check to get over the crumbling, weakened balcony. Um, this could be since the doors are open, it'll be easier to move across. Perception to kind of step carefully around cracks. Acrobatics to move quickly. Athletics if you'd like to just try and jump the space.
I would like to do acrobatics, please.
Yeah, totally.
Perception.
That'll be accounting for my exhaustion, that's a 24.
That's a 4.
Alright, so
Uh-oh.
Jinx gets across. Uh, you
Too
get
great.
about right here when I'm gonna ask for a dexterity saving throw from Valen. And from Jinx as well.
Okay.
From me too?
Well, I was gonna see if you could try and help him in the case that.
Oh, well, yes. I will try and help. Oh, that was so close to being a natural 20, and it's not.
I would say with the combined efforts, you're able to pull.
That's 12.
Yeah. Combined with the 20, you're able to pull Valen across. Um, does he? Yeah. Not wanting to risk it. Once again, Casimir just misty steps. So you stand now back in front of this room that was filled with skulls, now filled with nothing save for a open chest at the top of the room.
A missing floor.
Missing.
We're gonna have to jump across it, I assume.
I would think so, but perhaps it seems that there is some just the wall on the other side. They can presume that there is some sort of mechanic creating a door, but it might be hard to figure that out when having to hug a wall.
I have a climbing speed, but does that mean anything if there's nothing to hold on to?
I will say, with a climbing speed, you might be the have the best chance of like if there is a secret door on the other side, getting that open while there's no floor here. It's not gonna be like, oh, I just walk across the walls and get there. There's still a chance for failure here, but you might have the best shot.
I can give it a try.
Casimir nods and I'll do what I can to help. If I see that the situation perhaps is going not the best way.
Okay. I just want to check something real quick. Okay, okay. I've got some luck points. Just wanted to check.
All right.
Jinx extends his claws. Bless you.
Thank you. So, jumping across to the other side, and your claws sinking in, I will say you have 3 rounds to try and find a secret door, if need be, get it open.
Okay. I'll say I took my boots off too, so I have all 4 sets of claws.
Phelan's just there
Digging in.
holding the boots.
Yeah.
All right. So, first thing, investigation.
Okay. That's a 6. Nope, it's not because I'm proficient. It's a 9. Not that that matters.
His first time doesn't reveal anything. Roll again.
It's the same thing. It's a 9. I keep rolling below 10.
You're starting to feel the tension in your muscles, trying to hold yourself up on so little. Go for it again.
Okay. I lost investigation on my sheet. There it is. Okay, I'm going to spend a luck point.
Go for it.
That's 4 9s.
As you begin to slip here,
I'm just slowly sliding.
yeah, uh, Casimir is going to swear under his breath. And as he rushes to the edge, he holds out a hand and will call out for Jinx. Jump to me.
I do that
And
with whatever little strength I have left.
with almost reluctance, he uses some of his uh, higher reserves of magic to cast Fly upon you.
Oh, well, this is handy.
So you can, I would say with this, you can take the time to find the secret entrance now without having to worry. Um, and open. And in doing so, it's just a short jump or glide across. Oh, nope, wrong function. Into a room. And what you see here in this room, it has a 15-foot high ceiling, and it contains here trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, and exquisite rugs and tapestries. You'd see decorative statuary, and everywhere you look are candelabras atop small tables. Uh, there are flames flickering. The beauty, however, is undone by thick dust and cobwebs, and standing in the center of this room, a decrepit skeleton in tattered robes. As he notices your entrance, you see the red pinpoints of light burning in the eye sockets. Do I know you?
Jinx looks at Casimir.
Casimir shakes
I
his
don't.
head.
I don't think so. We don't know you.
And the skeletal figure just nods at that.
Who are you exactly?
I don't remember.
You don't remember your own name?
Don't remember a lot of things, and my name seems to be among.
Any idea how you ended up here?
Not a clue. No, I think I may have come here. It seems to be a new sort of magic in this place, and the figure sort of lifts the bony hand and fire sorts of sparks between the finger bones. Just small bits, enough to light a flame. Perhaps I came here as a scholar of some sort.
Like a wizard.
I am unsure. Perhaps.
I had something to help with this memory, but I don't. How much do you know about this place?
Everything. I don't know much at all. If I could remember, perhaps I could help, but it's assuming I even know of this place before my memory goes.
Have you left this room in your recollection, or have you always just been here?
I've stayed here, mostly. I may have wandered about beyond the lapse in memory. I figured it was safe, but just whatever episode I must be going through takes its toll.
Makes sense. Have you seen others in this place?
Not since before. And he motions to his skull. Casimir kind of speaks low, not to the skeletal creature, but to the two of you. I think perhaps this be a change in our fortunes. We'll be able to assist it. This is a place of magic. Perhaps we've overlooked something that might be able to assist.
Think he could get us through that door, maybe, if we helped him?
I do. If not through the door, perhaps guide us to knowledge. Might assist us.
Jinx nods, kind of glances over at Valen.
Sure, there's a way we could help him, but I don't have anything to help restore his memory.
Maybe there's something downstairs. Maybe we haven't found it yet.
Maybe downstairs, maybe there's more secret rooms up here. Could be things that we have overlooked.
I'm just thinking.
There was the lecture hall that we had seen that figure in the cowardly one. Maybe there was something in that lectern that he was hiding behind. I don't believe any of us were able to get right close to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Suppose we could go check.
I tell him that we'll be back? And Casimir's eyes glance over to the skeletal.
I will let our skeleton friend know that uh, we will be back later.
That'll be hidden.
If we help you, do you think maybe you could help us in turn?
I shall endeavor to try. I don't see why an aid cannot go unreturned, but I do not know that once my memory has returned, if what you're hoping I'll be able to help with will be better.
Of course. How long does fly last?
10 minutes.
So I can just glide right over this gap.
Yep. For now, at least. And over
Maybe
the...
I lower myself down in case one of them falls trying to get across. I can maybe catch them. Also take those boots back.
the maps disappeared for a reason. Don't
I
worry.
think I think Jinx awkwardly was putting them on while we were talking to the skeleton man. It was cold. He wasn't gonna wait.
All right. So, uh, slipping back across. It is I will say that with the fly still active, Jinx can help everyone across the difficult space here. But
Yep.
I would say it is shortly after this that fly is no longer in effect. But luckily, it's just a sort of brief walk uh, across, and when you get to the doors down here, let me step out. I'm gonna ask for a. You know, I'm not gonna ask for a check. What is everyone's passive perception?
13.
18.
Okay. You would notice there is a figure knelt at the feet of the statue. And it's strange. With this figure knelt at the statue, there is none of the fanfare of battle that you all had experienced stepping down. Of course, you know that the flame skulls have been dealt with, but none of the attacks that stemmed from the statue's area itself have come either. The stranger does not seem to be paying attention to you, knelt in what looks to be some sort of prayer. In fact, it doesn't seem to notice you.
And it's not the same guy we ran into before.
Staying and watching, you would notice movement. This stranger, this man, from his cloak, pulls out what looks to be a toad. And Jinx, with your passive, you're able to see well enough that the toad is still alive. It's sort of squirming in its grass. And the two of you watch as he swallows it whole.
hate that toad.
I don't like the look of them. It seems. It seems that below the bleach magic.
The toad was still alive.
At this
Who
point,
does that?
he does. At this point, you would notice the figure beginning to rise to his feet, as if finished his business here. Do you want to stay here or try and hide before he passes your way?
Can we tell what direction he's headed in when he stands?
Probably the only entrance or exit that is here, the staircase that is at the south.
Okay, is there a place that I could hide and still watch
You do recall
him?
there are the there's there's this door here where you could keep it ajar and peer out. But it also leads into the Archer's Watch, secret passage there. It'd be a very limited visible as he leaves, but
I think I would like to be in this room and look through the door because I'd have a better slash longer look.
all right. I'd like for people to roll stealth rolls to get into this door without being too conspicuous.
19.
This will be 17.
Casimir, uh, as he makes his way in, will sort of crack as he stumbles over a bone. It reverberates, and there's sort of pause from this stranger as he looks around and continues. And he walks gracefully almost. There is a stature of not quite elegance, but purpose as he moves past. And you would notice uh, about this figure uh, that he, similar to Casimir, is a Dusko as he strides by.
If Jinx looks over at Casimir, do I see any sort of recognition on his face? Not to imply that all Dusk Elves know each other, but it's Barovia, so it's not like they can go anywhere.
There's a sort of look of confusion on his face as if he's trying to place a face. It seems that perhaps he doesn't know, at least not off the top of his head, who this might be.
Does does he like how is he dressed? And is he armed with anything?
Uh, you would notice that there is a scimitar at his side. He wears he wears studded leather armor. He's dressed as you might expect a mercenary to dress, but he doesn't. His posture does not speak of a mercenary or a soldier. It speaks of something more refined.
Can I insight him to see if I can get any sort of vibe? Is he leaving with like a self-satisfied expression? Is he sad? Like is he can I get just a sense of the surface level emotions?
We can try. Go ahead, roll for me an insight roll.
Rolls. Thank goodness I'm proficient. That'll be a 14.
It's hard to read him. His face is blank. He doesn't seem to be showing any signs of grief nor any signs of elation. What he feels here, perhaps, is something more subtle, harder to read than more baseline, I'll say. But he doesn't stay long after the incident with the toad. He passes back out of the temple.
Wonder who that guy was.
I know that I have seen him at some point, but I cannot place where.
At least he's gone.
Jinx is secretly worrying that this place makes you forgetful the longer you're in here.
Let's get to the lecture before anybody else shows up.
Sure. Casimir,
And
do you recognize the statue? Is it of a particular deity?
I do not know. Um, he sort of shakes out. You can see like his eyes are kind of hazy, glossy as he's trying to perhaps focus on the face that he had seen. Just as a reminder, the face of the statue is covered in darkness underneath the cowl. It's
Right.
hard to say anything about this statue except that it is large, it is imposing, and perhaps was a deity. It's a deity. Hard to say for sure.
I didn't know if maybe there was like the great masked one or something, or like the hooded like creepy guy. I don't know. Does Casimir look okay, or does he look like something has like addled his mind?
He looks a little shaken, I'll say. Um, Perhaps unsure of himself.
Jinx thinks about whether or not it looks like there is a familial resemblance. Maybe that was his evil twin or something.
You don't recall there being terribly much of a semblance besides the generalized features of Dusk Elves.
It didn't look like Casimir with like a cool mustache or something.
Nope. He did have a pretty nasty scar across his forehead, though.
Across his forehead.
Yep. There's a picture of the stranger that passed by.
His eyes bother me.
I don't think he's meant to look pleasing. I think he's supposed to be unsettling.
Like, I don't know what it is about them, but they don't seem right. I don't like it.
Good.
Um, Side question. Do we're aware that Strahd is a vampire,
Yes.
I believe. Um, do we know anything about him before becoming such a creature? Was he an elf? Was he a human? Do we know?
I don't believe you do know that. I don't believe they talk about those things.
Did we
Uh,
lose Faye? Or is this a me problem?
I hope you guys didn't lose me. Oh, goodness. We have Caitlin back?
Yes.
Ooh.
I
Let
asked
me.
my question and then everything froze.
Oh, no! Alright, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you don't know much more beyond the fact that Strahd is a vampire.
When we saw him, could we tell?
Not really.
No? Okay. Maybe it's just me, but I think that guy looks a little bit like Strahd.
I think.
Pale and long black hair. Maybe I'm profiling. I don't know.
Strahd. Alright. So, what would you like to do now? Do you go back on track towards the lecture hall? Or do you do something else?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to reach back there. You can hear some cackling coming from the hole in the ground as you pass by that annex.
Jinx becomes infuriated at the sound.
So, uh, Jinx, at the lectern, at the podium here, would you like to roll a investigation check?
Sure. Y'all are free to help me look. That's a 10.
Help action. I'll help look.
Do I get to roll again?
You do.
Cool.
You got it. Come on.
That's a 9.
All right,
So I guess a
Casimir.
10 if I had advantage.
Yeah, Casimir's looking around. Casimir gets a 9. So it's not that you don't find this. It just takes some time to find this. There is a sort of the latch is stuck on the top of this lectern, so it feels just like a piece that's stuck in place. But then you notice hinges, and then you can uh, force it open to reveal there is uh, a space for notes. And as you see in this space, there are some fairly well preserved scrolls, spell scrolls.
Huh. Assuming I don't understand any of them.
That's why you have a couple magic users who do. Or
I
hopefully
know.
do.
I think Jinx angrily pried the lid open with the crowbar because he's mad now that he heard the hags laughing. And then when he finds them, he just starts handing them out. You get a scroll, and you get a scroll.
So, uh, we've got here 3 scrolls. How do you divvy it up between the 2 spellcasters, or you just give all 3 of them to the 2 of them together to sort of piece out?
I will just hold them out at random, and if they can pick which ones they want.
Okay. How many scrolls will Valen choose?
Like 2 of them.
All right, so Valen gets 2. I would like for you to roll me 2d6, please.
Okay. 2 and 5.
All right, so uh, you're a shadow sorcerer.
Yes.
Cool.
Jinx will look at the notes while everyone else is looking at the scrolls.
Uh, it's notes on old colleagues. It seems perhaps that there's some, you know, petty beef between. It's like he uses this material component when really he should be using this one, and lists reasons on why the other spellcaster is a nonce. Alright, so, one of the spell scrolls you cannot decipher. It's all gibberish to you. Valen, meaning that it is not part of your castable spells. I don't think. I should probably. Yeah, it's not part of your castable spells. Um, the other one that you have in your hand is for a spell known as Creation.
Okay.
And then the one that is in Casimir's head is for him. This is quite perhaps a useful spell, though it is beyond my capabilities.
What is it?
It is known as contingency. And he points to garbled letters on the scroll page. It allows you to cast a spell within a spell, essentially. A safeguard.
If I maybe could do a swamp then, if that, because there's one that I couldn't read. Maybe if I hand it to him, he can make it out.
Sure. Just know that this one that he is explaining to you is also one that you can't understand.
Okay.
Uh, as you
So I know
pass,
the name of it.
yeah, you do know the name of it. As you pass it to Casimir, he sort of looks it over and tries to parse it through and oh, guess those teachings really do help.
Something good, I hope.
It is a restorative spell of great means. It is I once I once was on path to being a holy man. I can understand some of this. I would attempt to cast this spell, but it might be risky.
No wonder I couldn't read it.
And this was Greater Restoration.
You can assume, yes, that it is a greater restoration scroll.
That sure would come in handy right about now. I think you could use
Yeah.
that to get rid of exhaustion.
Exhaustion, or perhaps memory problems.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought I would just show him the bitchy notes and be like, "Hey, did you write? Did you write these?
Hey, was this you?
Are you sassy?
Did
Are
you write
you
this note, or
sassy?
are you the person that is being written about?
Either way, though, does it jog your memory? Maybe.
There's a chance that it could help. I say we take it.
Yeah. James, what's your... You know what? No. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna DM soon.
I'm perfectly happy to answer any questions you have.
I know you are. But I could have fun and answer them myself. Uh After looking over the spell scroll that Valen handed to him and recalling a point in his life from long ago, you would notice that Casimir's grip sort of tightens a bit on the scroll, his eyes becoming a little bit more harrowed.
Jinx will look at Casimir. Is everything all right?
He blinks. Just, uh, just memories. Speaking of which, we should perhaps return to our potential ally.
Be a good idea.
Seemed like you were somewhere else for a minute.
I was. A, a slip in my judgment that will not happen. And the place is dangerous as this.
All due respect. We can't handle any. We cannot afford any distractions right now. One of us is already not making it out of this place. And we're here to help you. Are you sure this is not anything we need to be aware of?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I used my last luck point. That's a natural one. Hey, look at that! That'll be a 16 with my
Casimir sort of breathes in for a moment, lets it out. A puff of warm air fogging outwards. I simply remembered but I had seen the face of that figure before. It is not a good one. It's a little different seeing him not covered in blood and lit by burning, burning houses. Seeing him stand there and look like anyone else. But he is a confidant of Strahd. He is the man who's permanently disfigured me. And for the first time, Casimir reaches up and removes his hood willingly. And if you didn't know before, you can now see it. Where his ears, which should be pointed, have been cut off.
I believe Jinx had noticed the ears before, but hadn't said anything.
I believe so as well. But I believe this will be the first time for Balin.
Yep. He did that to you.
I did.
I'm assuming he must be powerful.
He's not as powerful as his master. A force to be considered. Especially if he is practicing dark magics with Zito. I don't know what that is about.
Were you aware that he could work magic, or is that new information?
I did not know much of him. All I know is that when Strahd was angered by what I did to Katrina, he sent out me. He was the one that slew up with me, that cut my ears, made sure ours was one legacy that would not live with the ages.
I'm sorry that you had to relive that.
It would have happened sooner or later, I'm sure.
Perhaps someday we can look after that guy. But forgive me for saying so. I'm glad it didn't come to that today because I don't know
I'm
how
not.
that would have gone for us.
I'm not eager for vengeance. Just want to put my sister's spirit to rest. That is foremost finding what she has sent me here. This. She wants me to find information. Power. Power to ease the day. Worth bringing back. Then I will find her. That will undo what I did.
Jinx nods. I think we were on our way back to our amnesiac skeleton friend.
Yeah.
So, making your way back, you take some careful time across the crumbling portion. You jump across the space and you reach the lair of the forgetful figure, and as Casimir holds the scroll, you am not trained in these as I am the ways of scholarly magics. I cannot promise that this will go the way that we wish it to. I would like to try.
Help I'd be, but if the help action would do anything in this instance, I can try and help.
Would having a holy symbol help?
I'm not much of a holy man.
I don't know how magic works.
We can try. And Casimir will look to the figure and I'm going to have to place my hand upon you for the casting of this spell. And I do hope that it works, but please understand. This is magic that is beyond my capabilities for the most part. I understand the basis, but I may not be able to pull it off. And, well, I wish you the best. I unfortunately leave no aid, barely told how I do this. And again, the finger bones procure that small flame, no larger than what you see upon the candlesticks. And Casimir, attempt to cast the spell of greater restoration. And we will see if that works after our real life break. Alright, so we'll take a small break. We'll come back in a few minutes. See how everything goes. Alright, as we return, it is time to see how Casimir's casting is. If it is in as he sits there and reads from the spell scroll in one hand, its other upon the skeletal figure. The spell scroll begins to crumble, and the falling bits of parchment seem to sweep up and towards the skeletal figure. And the eyes sort of flare for a moment, the red pinpricks glowing brighter before it settles. And Casimir removes his hand and steps back. No. Did that work? Maybe it hadn't. I can at least recall my name and more than what I had before.
You remember your name?
I do. Stop it.
What did it say?
Sorry, I was trying to redo the name on the thing and Indie Dog
Oh, okay.
wasn't. That was me saying that, not that. Um, I am exempted.
Are
You
these
remember?
yours?
Oh, go ahead.
Jinx hands him the notes.
No, they're not mine. But they are amusing. I do believe that you would ask for assistance.
We did.
So, what do you wish to do? I'm here. I'm sure you are here in search of power. No.
What do you know about the Ember Temple? What this place is?
I knew a great many things. What is it you wish? You want the old lord says? Those that have come to visit it.
Trying to think of where to start.
Could only start at the beginning.
I think that would take a long time.
I assure you I can be very succinct.
Above table, would all of us know about those things that are in the rooms? Not the flame skulls, but the other things, like were they like pillars or something? I don't know.
I don't recall if Mograine shared that information. I know that it came up and there was the flame skull bit.
No, let's start with that. Maybe we can glean some more info from him on that. So I'll ask him about what the flame skulls really are.
The wizards. The wizards that created this space. And then fell to the powers that they rule.
How many were there?
Oh, many. There were a secret society that built this thousands of years ago, well before I.
Why did they create this temple? Was it to serve a purpose, or were they worshipping something?
Yes, on both accounts. They had captured vestiges, dead, living entities. They had hoarded forbidden knowledge. They wanted a place to keep it safe. And hoping that the divine sees dedicated this temple to a god of secrets.
Is there any reaction on Casimir's face to any of that?
Nothing more than what you'd expect. He's here for finding what Katrina has sent him. So far, none of this seems to be doing it for him, let's say.
But the guy said that this temple protects secrets of death stuff.
Uh, remnants of dead and malevolent entities, and then that it had been prayed to a goddess, or it had been dedicated to a god of secrets. So, like, it's still the same amount of intrigue that he's had before, but he's not, like, jumping up and, like, oh, I need to know more about this.
Are you familiar with a guy? And then Jinx will provide the description of the cowardly gentleman.
I think I would remember a countenance such as that. Even given my maps. No. One name, sir. not familiar to me.
These dark and malevolent beings, are
Yes.
they what are trapped beyond the locked doors we've encountered?
Yes. They are held in their vaults, their tombs. Would you like to see them? Casimir will then sort of bring up. The vault. Yes. What is it that you see? What desire guides you? It isn't just for either frontier. If any of you have desires as well, I'm sure that someone here can help.
I'm not sure anything trapped in those tombs can provide me the help that I need.
What is it that you need?
Me specifically?
Yes, you.
I just want to know where I come from.
And Exathanter thinks for a moment. Mm, it is not perhaps the direct knowledge, but there is the ability to see beyond yourself for information that would be otherwise beyond you.
Jinx looks confused.
There is a conversation that can be had with one of our figures down below. Maybe enough to answer some questions.
How willing would that figure be to provide that information? And what is it going to cost me?
This is a conversation and a negotiation. You must help me yourself. I assure you there are reasonable conversations here. And you, his attention turns to Valen. What is it
What?
that you desire?
Hmm. Well, player-wise, I know what it is I desire, but character-wise, to return safely to my land and remove the curse that's there.
Many conversations you could have and do capable. Then his exit banter looks to Casimir. Does not even know to ask before Casimir says, I'm searching for a way to return my sister. Exit banter nods. I know just who you need to speak with. If you could all follow me. And exit banter will begin to lead you through the temple. Leading you through a secret door. Right, nope, right here. And bring you all to a hidden library. A spiral staircase. As you step into this room, you see the stone library has 20-foot high walls. The ceiling is vaulted 30 feet at its peak. Covering the ceiling, a fresco. It depicts angels being set ablaze in hell. There's a black marble railing that encloses a gold marble staircase spiraling gently down a 30-foot wide and 30-foot deep shaft at the northern edge of this room. Across the gray walls, you see 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases, and on their shelves, hundreds of well-preserved tomes. There's embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras filling this room. We could stay here. There's plenty of information to be read within these rooms. I think conversation will be moderate. And Exithanter will begin moving down the spiral staircase.
Can I get a vibe check on Exithander?
Sure.
I just feel like stranger danger. Haven't had the best time in this temple. Just a little vibe check. Well, before I follow him further into the depths of this place.
Really?
I'm proficient, so that'll be a 14.
He seems to have no malicious intent directed at you. He wishes to help. Whether or not his help can be considered the best of intentions, but he doesn't seem to be wanting to lead you into a trap.
I'll take it at this point.
Yeah. So, as he leads you back down, we're gonna move you guys over here.
Too bad we couldn't have the 2 floors side by side.
I know,
So you
right?
have to keep switching.
Maps, man.
Minor oversight.
Good old Exithanter. Alright. Slipping down into this room. You find yourselves seeing in this room 6 rotting wooden crates. The amber-colored walls here are sculpted. They look like tentacles entwining around marble bas-reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, and sultans attended by a myriad of servants. The west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcove a tall, rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened up in the southern wall, spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor in the southwest corner of the room. And as soon as you step into this room, the crates explode outward. And you see spawn vampires. They look to be starving. They look to be wearing ruined clothes might expect to see on adventurers. And as they rush at you, faces contorted with hunger, fangs bared, they all stop. This Exithanter moves his hands, controlling the magics around the realm around him, and they are gone, blinked out of existence. I didn't kill them, if you are worried about that. Merely sent them back to their master.
Any?
That would have come in handy many times over. In here.
Unfortunately, I was indisposed. No matter. Business to attend to. He looks to Casimir, and he points to the sarcophagus upon the east. Go over there and place your hand upon it. And Casimir nods. Goes over as he places his hand upon the surface of the amber. Goes stiff. Well, perhaps you would like to follow me, so that way you may have your own conversations as well.
Is he okay?
He's fine. He's speaking with someone.
Jinx will follow.
Okay. As you follow Exeter, he leads you through these crevices in the wall. And take you into a treasury filled with piles of gold and a amber golem, much like the one you had defeated above, but this one with the head of a hawk. And as you travel with Exedantor, um, it does not seem to attack you. It provides the phrase at the door that opens it, suppressing it. She stands, dead, then pushes the door open easily. And he leads the two of you down. I have spelled these letters left. Down the path that we would seen those witches take. Not quite as far, though. As he brings you all to this door. Once more, he's able to speak the passphrase. Levels. The door opens. You see 3 amber columns standing. He looks to Jinx. At the no wait, did I get people going here? Okay, no. He will instead look to Valen.
Oh,
Says that if your goals, your desires, any conversations can be had here. If you wish to protect your mind, I wish to speak with the one in the northern part of this room. But you need not make decisions now. It can be more. Jinx. Exithanter begins to lead you across to another portion. Does Valen follow?
I do follow.
Then the 3 of you are brought across here. Underneath the fog
Getting
of
our
war.
steps in today, folks.
Yep.
I'm not wearing my Fitbit.
The door that
Mine froze.
the door freak. Opening up places that you haven't seen yet. The door that you are led to is actually already open. And peering inside, you see 4 figures sort of huddled together, and they look up from where they seem to have been speaking to each other, and you would notice that each has this sort of single large and baleful eye. And as you can see that their interests are set upon you, they all turn to Exithanter and do not bother them. They are my guests. And then he turns to you, James, and points to a eastern amber slab, one of two. You can see that a third has been shattered. That one for conversation, finding information beyond your capabilities.
Sorry, my audio may have cut out. Did
Uh,
he say whether it was the one on the west or the east?
the east.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna say east because there's a printing error here. Let me.
Fun.
Yeah, we're gonna say east. Because they both say west sarcophagus and then north sarcophagus, and I'm like, that's not right.
That's not how directions work.
Yeah. I've already said east. We're saying east.
Okay. Uh, Jinx looks to Valen. Uh, do you mind if I try and have a conversation?
Tell you to be careful, but I won't stop you.
Thank you. Jinx says that to Valen, and then he looks at Exathander and also thanks him, and then cautiously walks into the room, kind of eyes these creatures, and just like he's meant to be there, goes over to the east one, and he before he touches it, he reaches into his backpack and he pulls out the letter that he has, and he places it between one hand and the sarcophagus, and then he puts his other hand in contact with the sarcophagus.
As you do that, you feel a sort of jolt. It's like electricity. Something connects with your mind. I am the star of secrets. No information shall be hidden from me. You have come to me. Why?
Jinx will think, I wish to know who my parents are.
A lofty idea. I can grant your babes to find that which lies beyond your mortal space. You could seek out this information so desperately.
Jinx continues to think, and what do you ask in return for this information?
There is nothing I'll thank you.
Jinx is struggling to believe that that is true. I don't think he's ever really been given a gift before that hasn't had a price tag attached to it. Can I insight check a voice in my head?
I won't stop you. I don't know that it'll work out that great, but I won't stop you.
It's Faye, I can't roll above a 10 tonight anyway, and I've got -4. That's a 9. Um sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure. It's a voice in your head.
Um I don't think Jinx ever thought this would even be an option. I think there's been so much bad stuff that has happened in this place that his gut instinct is going to be to think that it's too good to be true. But he's so desperate for a win that I think he's going to go against his better judgment. And he's going to he's going to accept the gift.
Okay.
Jinx isn't in a good headspace right now.
And I'm going to send this to you.
All my characters are exhausted and they all make dark bargains. That's just something they've all got in common. Oh, that's lovely. Great.
All right.
Whatever it is, I'm sure you'll be fine.
With
It's
that,
fine.
you can draw your hand away, having been bestowed. You feel the power within you. Know most intuitively. Otherwise, this can.
I put the letter back in my backpack and exit chamber. Does anything happen to the sarcophagus
Nope.
once the gift is bestowed?
Nope.
No? Okay.
And then as Jinx leaves, Ixathanta will look to Balin. Shall we speak to others? Show you the options that you have.
Sorry, was that directed at Valen?
Yeah, that was directed at Valen.
Sorry, what happened? I
Uh
said sure, and then I didn't hear anything else.
oh, I didn't hear the shirt.
Oh,
Oh
neither
yeah,
did I.
no, I told them. Yeah, I'll walk with them.
All right, so uh, doo-doo-doo-doo. If you seek a way to simply extend your natural chances, making it back to, say, visit to the next chamber of the eyes. He leads you uh, just next door. Uh, you could speak to the southern subcontinent. It will allow you some more vitality. There's also the, if you wish to prevent Daniel from playing with you before it is your time. Some conversations to be had there as well. Or should you wish to be more influential, speak your mind clearly towards beneath you, and maybe even above you. There's another we could speak with.
Yeah. I'd be willing to talk to that last person.
Alright. And I will direct you there then. But why don't we go find your friends? We'll take a bit of effort to get to.
Okay.
Sorry, the timing on
Great
that
effort
was
from you.
great.
Sorry. Please continue.
I click over and bam. So
I'm sorry. Don't pay any attention to the engineer in the corner.
um but yeah, so after this, where does Jinx head to? Since you walked out of
Is
that room.
Valen in the adjacent room currently?
Yeah, Valen and Exithanter to this door. Went to this door, but Valen seems interested in going to a amber that is not cased within here, which Exithanter says, we'll go find your friend, because that one that you want to speak with will take some effort to get to.
I mean, I'll just follow.
Okay.
And then whenever Valen goes into the appropriate room, I'll just stand back and give him privacy.
Uh, Exithanter will lead you back the way you came, and where you would find Casimir, no longer in conversation, but forever changed. Casimir, as he stands there, is gone. His skin sallow, dried. He looks like a walking corpse. There is something to his eyes, the faintest flicker that shows that he is still alive. And as he sees the two of you and Exithanter, I have received the information between the wish. Now I must wait to see what she asks of me next.
Jinx will say, "No offense, but you look awful." But it comes out as a low whisper.
I do not care.
Why are you whispering?
Jinx will whisper, "That's a great question." And he'll be like, "This is as loud as I can talk."
Valen could probably put two and two together pretty quick, but he won't say anything.
You are led back up to the upper floor and then uh, down a set of stairs. And these stairs will run you to this area, right? Let me see. Much the same as before. When you follow Exithanter here, the pasty figures here, feral corpses, they do not harm you. They do still look at you with hunger in their eyes, but they do not bear act against ghosts of Exithanter. With that, uh, the figure of Exithanter motions towards the southern pillar of ember. Conversation.
Sorry, which one?
The southern one.
Someone. Okay. So I'll let him finish.
He just says a conversation as he directs you towards the southern one.
Oh. He's thinking in his head. He really hopes he doesn't regret this, but he will walk up to the southern sarcophagus, and he will put his hand on it.
Much the same. As you place your hand on the sarcophagus, tingle of energy, jolt, electricity shoots up, and a voice enters your mind. I am known as Summons, the king maker. They named me such because I hold the power to give you the influence and aura the king. I feel as if it would do you well.
Would I want to take back the land that is mine and remove the curse that oppresses it.
Claiming land would be of no issue. The assistance I give. With my gift, never again would you surrender yourself to.
Oh, Valen's thinking this is so tempting. Then I'll simply ask, never again?
Never again.
I'll do it.
Great.
I'll take the gift.
And I will send this your way.
All right. Well, that doesn't seem too bad.
Doesn't seem that bad now.
I'm sure I'll pay for it later, but right now it's great. I'm just adding this, updating my sheet.
Of course.
While Valen was having his internal conversation, am I able to talk to Exothander for a minute?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so Jinx will say, so what's the deal with all that piles of gold? Is anyone using that for anything? Obviously, all of this comes out as a low whisper.
I have no need for it. It is simply a remainder of those who came before me. Would you like to look through it?
Very much.
Once your companion has finished his conversation, I'll escort you back to them.
Jinx nods.
We will skip to that time where you are in that room with the treasure after having your conversations. give me just one moment to put this information in. I don't have enough time to just look through these. Alright. That is everything in the piles. And you can take your time looking around and figuring out each of these.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a whole ass treasury.
Where were those empty bottles when we needed some Titan's blood?
In Barovia.
Smokes, this weighs a ton. Do we get the sense that any of these things are magical in nature?
You don't have any sort of reason to believe any of these are magical. They just seem to be treasures.
No dwarf and the seven whites.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's a signed copy, too.
Jinx is definitely taking one of those. He smiles at the name, and it looks sinister when he does so. That obsidian scepter or scepter, I can't speak today. It seems like it's a decent thing to take as well.
Oh, pile 6. Okay, I see it.
Piles. I'm looking at pile 6. Yeah. Like I was just trying to think like what a reasonable amount of gold pieces would be to take that isn't going to be like a pain to carry.
like 2 handfuls, maybe 3.
Or like what would typically fit in like a coin purse? I have
Uh,
no concept of how many gold pieces it would be reasonable to like carry around in a little bag.
Looking at the gemstones in pile number 1.
Yeah, the gemstones as well would be. I'm trying to think of like what's the most bang for our buck that we can reasonably carry out of here and be able to afford things in Barovia.
a coin purse would hold 50 coins. A pouch holds 300.
Actually, have in mind.
And then
I
if you,
have a pouch.
yeah,
I have 2 pouches that are both currently empty.
600 coins right there.
Oh, wow, is there? I can't. A lot of them is silver and copper. Is there that many gold pieces? That's silver. That's electrum. Silver, copper.
Who wants electrum?
There was something that had gold pieces, I thought, but I can't
The
find it
wooden
now.
coins that are painted gold?
No, I thought I saw something else.
There's a golden chariot.
I'm lose. Oh wait, 500 gold pieces in a rotted wooden chest in pile 3.
Yeah.
May I take those?
Yeah, of course.
I know some Tiamat cultists are gonna come and demand all this back, so it won't matter.
Yeah. I should take some gems while you're at it too. Give them something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick some gemstones.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll take 5 of them.
How big is that obsidian scepter? Is it something that would fit in my backpack?
Not entirely. Like you could put like a decent amount of it. Like
See, the other thing would be how well off do these merchants seem to be? If I took that scepter and we tried to hawk it, would anyone even have 2,500 gold pieces?
one way to find out.
I'll take it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
As soon as we leave, all this is like gonna turn to dust and like blow away on the breeze or something.
Would I do that to you?
Yeah, so Jinx takes the 500 gold pieces, he takes the scepter, and he takes one of the books.
Okay.
Does he recognize any of the holy symbols? Is there one? Hang on, I gotta look up. I have his goddess written somewhere. Is Tymora the goddess of luck?
Yes.
Is there
Timora is
one
that.
to Tymora in this pile of uh, holy symbols? Is this a D100
Yep.
situation?
And I'm rolling it right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. There is one.
Can I take the symbol of Tymora?
You can take the symbol of Timora. Alright. So, some coins, some gems, a holy symbol, all retrieved from the treasury. And the scepter. Can't forget that. And Casimir's going to take that trunk filled with the fine dresses and gowns and the jewelry. So, with that, Exithanter will escort you out. Unless you have any other questions or desires or of the temple.
Jinx will
No,
whisper thank you, and he'll smile, attempting to be friendly, but it again looks very sinister when he does it.
The smile that you see on Exithanter's, not really his face, it's skeletal, but in his eyes. It's gleeful, almost, in return to you, Jinx. And what was Valen saying?
what was I gonna say? I
Beats
completely
me.
forgot now. I had a brain fart. I
Alright,
had a
no
brain fart.
worries. Alright.
Do I notice anything different about Valen after he had his little tete-a-tete?
Not you. To be fair, there was nothing that you noticed until you spoke, so. Maybe we'll just find out what it is that has affected it. But we can do that in our next session. As you finally leave the Amber Temple, no longer within its biting cold, now just in regular cold.